Good morning, 8th standard students. So today let us start our maths session. Okay, the first chapter is numbers. When we see the introduction, we can see a very highlighted word which is natural numbers. You already know what are natural numbers. Natural number starts from 1 and goes on till infinity. Okay, and the next one highlighted is nothing but whole numbers. It is just one number extra with the natural numbers, which is nothing but 0. Only 0 will be added to the natural number and you will get the whole number. Okay, and the system of whole numbers will be represented by W and natural numbers will be represented by N. Okay, now let's take an example. Okay, so when you subtract 4 from 6, what you'll get? You'll get 2, right? But what if I say you should subtract 6 from 4? That is 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. After all, what? So you'll after that you'll have that is less than 0, you'll have some numbers. Will that be possible? So here you are introduced with a new concept called integers and you will have positive as well as negative numbers in this. Okay, so the numbers which are less than 0 are called negative numbers and the numbers which are more than 0 are called positive numbers. Okay, negative numbers will just have a minus sign before it. But when you see, the largest negative number will be minus 1, but the smallest positive number will be 1. Okay, so don't get confused. Okay, the largest negative number is 1 and the smallest positive number, the largest negative number is minus 1 and the smallest positive number is 1. Okay, so if the negative number is going bigger and bigger, then in real count it will be smaller and smaller. But if the positive numbers grows bigger and bigger, so it is considered as bigger only. Okay. Our next concept will be rational numbers. Okay, what is rational numbers? They are just nothing but fractions. Okay, rational numbers are nothing but fractions. Now you can see a rational number is a number of the fractional ratio of form a by b, where a and b are integers and b not equal to 0. So you have a condition here, b should not be 0 at any cost. Okay, a can be 0 but b cannot be. The collection of all rational numbers is denoted by the letter q. Okay, non-negative rational numbers may be thought as fractions. Okay, non-negative rational numbers means it is positive rational numbers which we can call it as fractions. They can also be expressed as decimal and percents. Since operations on rational numbers demand a basic knowledge of operations on fractions, let us recall through an exercise some of the basic ideas related to fraction. Okay, we know how to do this, right? So this is a simple recap exercise which you should complete it. Okay, in your classwork and send a photocopy. Okay. So now we are going to represent the rational numbers on the number line. How to do it? Let us see. You already know 3 by 4 is lying between 0 and 1, because when you convert this into decimal point you will get 0.75, which is less than 1 and greater than 0. Okay, it lies between 0 and 1. So when you do, also you know that it is 3 by 4th part of 1. So when you divide the distance between 0 and 1 into 4 parts, the third one will be your 3 by 4. Okay, that is, see, this is the first part, second part, third part, fourth part. So this point which joins the third part and the fourth one will be called as the 3 by 4 point. Okay, and also if you have a number minus 3 by 4, just it is opposite. When you convert 0 and minus 1, the distance between 0 and minus 1 into 4 parts, then you have, in this way you should move when it is negative and in this way you should move when it is positive. Okay, when it is positive you will move towards right, when it's negative you will move towards left. Okay, so you will get the minus 3 by 4 out here. Okay, now we are going to see decimal representation of a rational number. How to do a decimal representation? a fraction can be converted into decimal, which you have learnt in the lower classes, right? So let us see. If a given rational number is of the form a by b, where b is not equal to 0, then just divide the numerator. Let us see how to do it with some example. Example 1.1, write the decimal forms of the following rational numbers. Okay, let us see how to do it. 1 by 4 is nothing but 25 by 100. We can you already know what are like fractions, right? That is, you can multiply any number up and down of a fraction and you will get the same answer on the decimal point. Okay, so I am multiplying it by 25 and 25. You will get 25 by 100, and when you just move the points, see, this number 25 means that 25.0. So point is here. So if two zeros are there, you should move the points 2 times front, 1 and 2. So you have point here and you will put the 0 when it is empty. So you will get 0.25. And also 1 3 by 20 means first you should convert this into improper fraction because it is in the mixed form. So now when you convert this, you will get 20 by 30. Then again I am going to convert it in the denominator by 100 form. Then it will be easy for me, right? So when you convert a number, that is a fraction, into another fraction which has the denominator like 10, 100,000, it will be very easy to divide. Okay, so you follow this method, it will be very useful for you. So I am just multiplying both numerator and denominator by 5. You will get 23 into 5, 115, 20 into 500. So now the point is here, right? So you should move 2 times front. So you will get 1.15. Then like the same way you can do all these. And the fifth one, 1 by 3, it shows 0.33333 by actual division and it's recurring and non-terminating. That is, you will not end up with a quotient. 3 will be going on coming. Okay, so it is called recurring and non-terminating. Just keep these words in mind, it will be useful in your higher classes. Okay, not only 1 by 3, we have some other numbers which are recurring and non-terminating. They are pi. Pi means 3.14, like that. Here you had only 3. Here you had different numbers. Okay, so this value is called pi. Okay, then root 2, it is equal to 1.4142135623, like that it goes on. Okay, so you have many numbers like this, only 2 are given here. So you have many numbers that is many fractional numbers which has recurring and non-terminating decimal answers. Okay, and this will be your today's homework. Okay, so write it in the classwork and send it. Okay, now we'll go deep into the positive and negative rational numbers. Okay, so you can see 3 by 4 and minus 11 by minus 6 are positive rational numbers. You can ask one doubt. Here we have minus symbol, then how it can be positive, you can ask. So if I say something, just see, plus by plus, that is a positive number divided by positive number will give you a positive answer. Again, a negative number divided by a negative number will give you a positive answer, because negative and negative symbol gets cancelled when it's divided. So this get cancelled, so it is 11 by 6 which is positive. Then if you take like this, if the minus symbol is in the numerator or denominator, that doesn't matter, because when you have the negative symbol in the denominator, you should automatically take it to the numerator. So it doesn't mean that when you have the minus symbol in the denominator, it will be called positive. Not like that. It is also negative, because you should bring the negative symbol to the numerator automatically when you see that. Okay, but if it is like this, you should you can learn this in another way. See, you have minus symbol in the denominator, right? So you should take it to the numerator, and when you multiply minus into minus, it will become plus, right? So that is also a reason for this number to be positive. Okay, so if you have only one minus symbol, then it will be negative. It will if you have one minus symbol in the numerator and another in the denominator, then it will be called a positive rational number. Okay, Also, you have a note here. 0 is a rational number which is neither positive nor negative. And minus 11 by 6 equal to 11 by minus 6 equal to, see, all these three just remains the same. Don't get confused. Okay, they'll give it in three different ways, but all the three are same. Okay. Now we are going to see equivalent rational numbers. I already told you about like fractions, right? So if you just multiply the same number with the numerator and the denominator, you will get like fraction of the given fraction. Okay. So when you want to find the equivalent rational numbers, then you should just do the same like what you have do in the like fractions. Okay. So if you want to find that if minus 2 by 3 is equivalent to minus 6 by 9, so first you just convert the numerator into numerator. What the number you will just multiply with 2 to get 6, it will be 3, right? So you should be very conscious about this, that whatever number you multiply in the numerator, you should do it with the denominator also. So if you are multiplying this with 3, then also you should multiply this with 3. So when you do this, if you get minus 6 by 9, then it is equivalent. Okay, it will be called as equivalent because this equivalent word is similar to like fraction. Okay, so just keep this in mind. And minus 2 by 3 is also equivalent to 10 by 15, since if you multiply it by 5 by 5, you will get 10 by 15, right? So it is right. Thus, minus 2 by 3 equal to minus 6 by 9 equal to 10 by minus 15. See, it is given in different places. The minus is given in different places, but also it is the same. Okay. Now let us see example 1.2. Reduce to the standard form. 48 by minus 84 minus 18 by minus 42. Let me show you what is standard form first of all. See, the rules to be a fraction which can be a standard form. Okay. See, first one is the denominator of these rational numbers are all positive integers. First of all the denominators should be positive. If it is negative, you should convert it into positive. That is, if it is like this, then you should cancel this and put it here. So now your denominator has become positive. Just you should understand, the whole fraction is negative or not, that doesn't matter. Only it matters if the denominator is negative or positive. Okay, if it is positive, it is said to be in standard form. Then 1 is the only common factor between the numerator and denominator if each of them and. Okay, this statement says that if it is 2 by 4, then this will not be called it is in standard form, because you have another number common with these two, which is nothing but 2. Okay, because 2 is nothing but 1 into 2 and 4 is nothing but 2 into 2. So when you cut this, only this 1 by 2 will be called it is in the standard form, because you have only 1 as a common factor. So common factor also affects the standard form. Okay. Then the third one, the negative sign occurs only in the numerator. This I already explained it to you in the first point, right? The negative symbol should always be in the numerator, and if it is in the denominator, you should take it to the numerator. Okay, such rational numbers are said to be in standard form. Okay, so now we have the example. You have to convert these number into standard form. First, you should take the negative symbol up. Okay, we have got it up, and now we are going to divide it by minus 2 and minus 2. Okay, so let us see how to do it. Minus 24 you will get when you divide 42 by 2. Okay, why I am dividing here and not multiplying means, if you multiply, the number will be going bigger and bigger and you will have more common factors, but I need only the common factor to be 1, right? So it is in the rules of standard form, a number to be standard form. So I should remember that always, and I am going to divide it now. That's why. Okay, so when we divide, when you want a bigger number to be in standard form, then you should definitely divide it. And when you want the equivalent rational numbers of a given fraction, then you should just multiply it by the numerator and denominator by the same number. And here also you can see I am just doing same number division. That is, I am dividing minus 2 in the numerator and also in the denominator. I'm not changing the number and not changing the symbol. Okay, so be careful with that. Why I'm doing with minus means I want to cancel this minus. Minus divided by minus will get plus, right? So I wanted to cancel that. That's why I'm dividing it by minus 2. Okay, now it is nothing but after completing all this you'll get minus 4 by 7. Dividing by minus 2, 2 and 3 successively. Successively means next step. Okay, you are just dividing it by minus 2 first, then plus 2, then 3. You'll get minus 4 by 7. And we have the second method too. We have to find the HCFs of the two numbers and then we can divide it straight away by it. Because when you do this it will be very easy, I think. Okay, so we have found the HCF as 12. So I'm just dividing it by minus 12 and minus 12 because I want to cancel the minus in the denominator, which is minus 84. So I'll divide it by minus 12. You will get plus 7, right? So that I am doing it. So the second one you should do it yourself. And you have to try these to complete also. Okay. Now we are going to compare rational numbers. It is useful to remember the following points. What are they? Every positive number is greater than 0. Every negative number is smaller than 0. Every positive number is greater than every negative number. This one you should keep in mind. Every number on the right of a number on the number line is greater than that of the number. See, if it is minus 1, 0, 1, and here if it is minus 2, minus 3, like that, minus 2 is greater than minus 3, minus 1 is greater than minus 2, 0 is greater than minus 1, and 1 is greater than 0, 2 is greater than 1, 3 is like that. If you go on comparing the numbers which is on the right side of a number, then it will get the answer as greater only. Okay. When two integers or fractions are given below, we know how to compare them and say which is greater or smaller. Now in the same way we can compare a pair of rational numbers. Let us see. We are going to compare this. Okay. First of all, if you are going to compare these two, then first of all you should have already gone through the answer, because I told you always negative numbers are always smaller than the positive numbers, right? So obviously this is positive and this is negative, so it should be greater, right? Since every positive number is greater than every negative number, we conclude that 5 by 17 is greater than minus 10 by 19. Okay, the second type is comparing two rational numbers represented by two fractions with the same denominators. Compare. So if take the example 1.4, when we compare 1 by 3 and 4 by 3, since the denominators are the same, just compare the numerators. Since 1 is smaller than 4, we conclude that 1 by 3 is smaller than 4 by 3. That's it. If the denominator is same, then you should just compare the numerator, and whatever the answer will be bigger, then that fraction will be bigger. That's it. Very easy. When comparing the rational numbers represented by two fractions with different denominators, you will have a checkmate here. Okay, so don't get worried about it. Just we are going to find the LCM of the two denominators given, 4 and 6. What is the common least common multiple? It is just 12. Okay, so just you should convert this into denominator 12 and this into denominator 12. How to do that? So see, what number when you multiply with 4 you will get 12. It is 3, right? So you should multiply both numerator and denominator by 3. You will get 9 by 12. And what when you multiply with 6 you will get 12? It is 2, right? So you should multiply both numerator and denominator by 2. You will get 10 by 12. So now you can compare. Now we have took this into, see here it was just the denominator was already equal, but here we carried out the denominator to be equal. Then we can compare it easily, right? So now compare, 9 is greater or 10 is greater? Obviously 10 is greater, so 10 by 12 will be greater than 9 by 12. Okay. Now the next one, comparing two rational numbers that are not in standard form. So if we compare 9 by minus 4 and minus 2 by 3, see the number 9 by minus 4 is not in the standard form because the minus symbol is in the denominator. I already told you it should not be like that when it is in standard form. So just to get it in the standard form, we have a method. This is just same. Bringing this to numerator is just doing this. 9 by minus 4 into minus 1 by minus 1 means 9 into minus 1 means minus 9. then when minus and minus gets multiplied, it will get cancelled and change it to positive. So it will be plus 4. So this is the way in which minus in the denominator will be cancelled and got it to the numerator. Okay, this is the way by multiplying minus 1 by minus 1. Okay, so now we shall compare the fractions, right? So because you do both the fractions are in standard form. So now we can compare it. When you compare, the least common multiple will be 12 again. So 4 into 3, and here also you should do it by 3. So it is minus 27 by 12. Here it will be 4, and here also it will be 4. So it will be minus 8 by 12. Now see, comparing these two, which is greater? Obviously minus 27. So when you compare this, I think this will be your answer, but you're wrong, because minus 27, I already told you, when you compare two negative numbers, the smaller one will be greater, right? So it is minus 8 which is greater than 27. But I told minus 27 was bigger, because when you compare 27 and 8, 27 is obviously greater. But when you compare minus 27 and minus 8, obviously minus 8 will be greater because it is smaller. Okay. So now you can have minus 8 by 12 is greater than minus 27 by 12. So obviously the fractions corresponding minus 8 by 12 is nothing but minus 2 by 3, which is greater than 9 by minus 4. I am giving this minus 4 because you should give the answer to how the question is given. Okay, in question it is given 9 by minus 4, not minus 9 by 4. So I have given the answer like that. The next example is write the following rational numbers in ascending order and descending order. How to do it? First you have to get all the denominators in common. That is, you have to get a common denominator for all the fractions. How to do it? By taking LCM. So when you take LCM, you will get LCM of 5, 10, 15, 20 and 30. You will get 60, right? So change the given rational numbers in equal form with the common denominator 60. How to do it? Just see. 5 into what will give you 60? You already know, right? 12. So multiply 8 by 12 also in the numerator. Like that, you should complete it for all the numbers. Then you will get minus, I'll just take all the numbers in a numerator to compare. Okay, minus 36, minus 42, minus 45, 20, minus 28 and minus 32. When you arrange this in the order, the biggest number will be smallest in negative. I already told you, right? So minus 45 is less than minus 42 is lesser than minus 36 is less than minus 32 is less than minus 28, right? So hence just write all the corresponding fractions, and also when you have to change this corresponding fractions into the original ones given in the question. Just see what is the corresponding value of minus 45 by 60. It is minus 15 by 20, right? So just put it according to that. Now it is in ascending order, right? So what is the descending order? Just reverse of it. Reverse of ascending order will be descending order, right? So just we'll do reverse of it and get this value. Okay. So this is the descending order of the given rational numbers. Now let us see rational numbers between any two given rational numbers. If you take another rational number between any two rational number, it will be very good, right? So it is very interesting to learn. Okay. How many integers can you find between 3 and minus 2? List them. Between 3 and minus 2, right? So 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1 and minus 2. Between means you should leave these two. You will get 4, right? So it is 4. Are there integers between minus 5 and 4? No is the answer. You should just check on, because minus 4 is the nearest integer of minus 5. So how can an integer be between them? So it is not possible. But definitely a rational number can be between them. Now we are going to see method of averages. We know that the average of any two numbers always lies at the middle of them. When you want to get the average of 2 and 8, you will just add these two numbers and divide it by 2. You will get 5. And this 5 lies at the middle of 2 and 8 shown in the number line. So just see 2 and 8. There are 4 numbers between them. 5 only. And the middle one will be 5 here. Okay. we use this idea to find more rational numbers between any two rational numbers. How to do it? Find a rational number between 1 by 3 and 5 by 9. So when you take the average of these two, it will be nothing but, see, here it was a whole number, that is a natural number, so it was easy to divide it by 2, but here already it is a fraction, right? So how can you divide? You cannot put like this, right? So I am taking this 2 here, 1 by 2 into just it is nothing but a reciprocal of 2, okay, then equal to 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 into 3 by 3, because I just want to convert this 3 into 9, then it will be easy to compare, right? So 1 by 3 into 3 by 3 plus 5 by 9, it is 1 by 2 into 1 into 3 is 3 and 3 into 3 is 9 plus 5 by 9. So you will get 1 by 2 into, when you have the same like fractions, you will just add the or subtract what is in the numerator. Now here we have addition, right? So just add 3 and 5, you will get 8. So it is 1 by 2 into 8 by 9. So when you cancel these two, you will get 4. So it is 4 by 9. So what is the average here? 4 by 9. Okay. Note that 4 by 9 is one of the rational number we can find between 1 by 3 and 5 by 9. And also we can find many such numbers in between 1 by 3 and 5 by 9. So this shows that between any two rational numbers there lies an unlimited number of rational numbers. Mathematically, we say that there lie an infinite number of rational numbers between any two rational numbers. Okay, there is an infinite rational numbers. Is it too interesting to learn? Of course. Now we are going to find equivalent rational numbers. How to do it? Let us see. Let us try to find out more rational numbers, say between 3 by 7 and 4 by 7. Isn't it more close? Yes. Now let us see. Just we are going to see the visual explanation. If we get the multiples of the denominator of the equivalent rational numbers, the easy one will be to multiply it by 10. It is the easiest one to do. Then we can increase as many rational numbers as we want. We shall write 3 by 7 as 30 by 70. 4 by 7 is 40 by 70. You can go on putting zeros. But you should just be careful with about numerator and denominator having the same number of zeros when you do it as an equivalent fraction. Okay. So if you put 1 0 here, you should also put 1 0 in the denominator. Okay. Just be careful with that. And now and see that there are 9 rational numbers between 3 by 7 and 4 by 7 as given in the number line below. That is, between 30 by 70 and 40 by 70, you have 9 rational numbers, right? And also, when you want to find more than 9, you should just add one more 0 in the numerator and denominator. Just add one more 0 in the numerator and denominator. Now you will get 99 values between them. And if you go on adding zeros to the numerator and denominator, you will go on get the rational numbers between two rational numbers. And that is, you already know that zeros have there are no infinite zeros, right? There are not finite number of zeros we can put. We can go on putting zeros. So there will be we'll get the answer. Okay, that is, we have infinite number of rational numbers between two rational numbers. Also, if it is closer than or not, we don't just care it. Okay. Now just see the example. Find at least two rational numbers between minus 3 by 4 and minus 2 by 5. First, you should convert the denominator same, which is how to do it? By finding the LCM. So do it, and you will get minus 15 by 20 and minus 8 by 20, right? So now after that, just represent it in the number line. Okay. We can list a few rational numbers as between. Just you should keep this in mind, because they are asking between means you should not take this number and this number. Leave this and take all the numbers between them. Okay, you have 6 numbers. Okay, are these the only rational numbers between 15 by 20 and minus 8 by 20? We have already thought about it, right? Already we have found that between these two we have infinite number of rational numbers. Okay, so don't get confused.